Hello everyone, my name is Liu Xiayang. My metric number is A207145. I'm the hoster of Group 2. Our discussion topic of SDG goal is about gender equality. Our group member is Chen Shu, Shi Xinyue, Tianyi Xuanmi, and Ma Zunxin. Our discussion respects from historical changes of gender equality and gender equality in the workplace, education in terms of gender equality, and differences in male and female perspectives on gender equality. Now, let's go to the next part. First, begin with Chen Shu.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Chen Shu. My matric number is 207299. As for the historical changes of gender equality in the oral report, I talk about it from three aspects: traditional society, industrial revolution, and the modern society. Dating back to the earliest way of human survival, in the process of hunting, men dominated due to physical advantages, and women took more family responsibilities and took care of children, resulting in gender inequality, which has continued to this day. In the Middle Ages, the Enlightenment and changes in socio-economic structure led to more thinking about gender roles. Women's rights being raised more widely and women starting to work. Until now, the popularization of education, the beginning of social consciousness, the fight for the right to vote, and the issue of women's social status and rights and interests have become more attractive. That's my brief introduction. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Next is for Shi Xinyue.
Hello everyone, my name is Shi Xinyue and my metric number is A207313. I'm honored to be part of today's discussion group and to share my perspective on the important topic of gender equality. My focus will be on gender equality in the workplace, as the workplace is not only where individuals realize their potential, but also a key area for promoting social equality. First, the gender pay gap is an issue we can not ignore. According to the Global Gender Gap Report 2024, women globally earn 16% less than men on average. This is not just a matter of pay. It reflects the undervaluation of women's contributions, affecting their economic and social status. Second, the inequality in promotion opportunities is also alarming. According to the Women in the Workplace 2024 report, for every 100 men promoted to managerial roles, only 81 women receive the same opportunity. This gap limits women's representation in senior leadership and reduces their influence on corporate decision-making and development. These issues are roots not only in systems and policy, but also in gender biases within workplace culture. For example, women are often labeled as lacking leadership skills or unable to balance work and family, which are clearly unfair stereotypes. That's my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Next is for Tianyi Xuanmi.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Tianyi Xuanmi. My metric number is A206419. Education is crucial for gender equality, inclusive curriculum development, backed by a 2016 study, creates a safer space for LGBTQ students by promoting anti-bullying policies, protecting gender identity and sexual orientation, equal access to resources, emphasized by the 2018 United Nations Goals Education Initiative, is vital for fair outcome among all genders. Teacher training on gender sensitivity, like the Reflect Teacher Training Program, and as shown in a 2020 study, helps teachers break gender stereotypes and support students. Justification for these efforts involve evidence-based insights, a holistic approach, and actionable recommendations for real change. Okay, that's all.
Thank you for sharing. Next is for Ma Zunxin.
Hello everyone, my name is Ma Zunxin and my matric number is 8207319. The main part that I responsible for is the differences between men and women in the context of gender equality. In our daily lives and social interaction, the differences in perspective between men and women are a prevalent phenomenon that merit in deep exploration. For communication style, to cognitive patterns, and from emotional expression to social behaviors, men and women often display distinct characters and inclination. These differences not only have an impact on the thinking and behaviors of individuals, but also significantly shapes interaction patterns between the two genders and their understanding of the world. Understanding this is gender-based perspective differences is conducive to our better comprehension of each other, promotes communication and cooperation between men and women, and helps to build a more harmonious and inclusive social environment. This is a brief introduction to my part.
Thanks for everyone's sharing. Now we will go to next part. Is gender equality rooted in biological differences or determined by social constructs? What do you think about this question, Chen Shu?
Okay, that's a good question. I think the root cause of gender inequality is not a single biological factor, but the interaction between biological differences and the social construction. Biological differences do provide the basis for some aspects of gender roles, but gender inequality is more determined by social constructs. Society and culture assign different roles to men and women based on biological differences and traditional customs, which shapes the social orientation of men and women by reinforcing traditional gender roles. Since then, men have been regarded as representatives of strength and women as representatives of tenderness and feminine care. Therefore, I believe that gender inequality is not innate, but the result of long-term gender role allocation and cultural education. That's just my understanding. Thank you.
Thanks for your reply. Next reply. As a university student, what role do you think the younger generation can play in promoting workplace gender equality? What do you think about this question, Shi Xinyue?
Okay, thanks for your question. I believe the younger generation can play a crucial role in promoting workplace gender equality, especially in three areas. First, university students and young people can actively learn about and share knowledge on gender equality to break gender stereotypes. For example, a 2022 survey shows that nearly 17% of Generation Z prefer employers that prioritize diversity and inclusion. This shows that young people are more sensitive to issues of gender equality and motivated to drive change. Second, young people can prioritize employers with strong gender equality policies when choosing their careers, pushing more companies to address these issues. Moreover, university students can advocate for and support the employers in implementation of gender equality policies during internship and early career stage. Therefore, I believe our generation is not only a beneficiary of gender equality, but also a key driver of it. Through education and action, we can create a fair workplace for the generations to come. That's my response. Thank you.
Thanks for answer. That's a wonderful answer. That's a wonderful answer. How exactly does an LGBTQ inclusive curriculum contribute to the reduction of bullying among all students, according to the GLSEN studies in 2016? What do you think about this question, Tianyi Xuanmi?
Okay, that's a good question. GLSEN studies likely suggest that when an LGBTQ inclusive curriculum is implemented, it increases students' understanding and acceptance of diverse sexual orientations and gender identities. This increased awareness helps to break down stereotypes and prejudice. Once students are more informed about different identities, they are less likely to engage in bullying behavior towards their LGBTQ peers. Additionally, such a curriculum can create a more inclusive and accepting school environment where all students feel valued, reducing the likelihood of bullying incidents in general. That's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you for reply. Next response. What is the relationship between gender differences and gender equality? What do you think about this question, Ma Zunxin?
Okay, thank you for your question, host. Gender differences and gender equality are two concepts that are both different and closely linked. Gender differences are the different characters shown by men and women in physical, psychological, and behavioral aspects. They are real factors formed by many factors like nature and social culture. Gender equality, however, is a social idea and value pursuit. It says that both men and women should have equal rights, opportunities, and treatment. Its goal is to get rid of gender discrimination and restrictions and help men and women develop equally in all areas. Understanding gender differences correctly is the basis for achieving gender equality. Only by knowing these differences can we make practical policy to protect the rights of different gender. For example, we can make maternity leaves and parental leaves policies considering women's childbearing needs and a society with gender equality helps people look at gender differences objectively and rationally. Reducing gender stereotype and biases. At the same time, gender differences should never be used as an excuse for gender inequality. We can't limit the development of one gender just because of these differences. We should give everyone equal opportunities for development according to their abilities and wishes. In short, Gender differences and gender equality affect and interact with each other. We should pursue gender equality while respecting gender differences to build a fair and harmonious society. Thank you.
Thanks for your answer. Appreciate your answer. Now let's go to next part. Whether the social construction of gender roles will fundamentally change with the development of modern society and technology, what do you think of this question, Chen Shu?
Thank you, Liu Xiayang. That's a very noble angle. I think it's possible. Technological developments which provide unprecedented freedom for gender expression, especially the spread of automation and artificial intelligence, are changing the gender division of labor in many traditional occupations. Manual labor is replaced by machinery, so traditional career options are broken and women are beginning to have the opportunity to participate in high-tech fields. Therefore, the status of men is likely to decline with mechanical replacement, but at the same time, it's not absolute. I have also found that some modern designs reflect the biases of the creators and are still influenced by stereotypes. For example, the design of airbags is based on male physiological characteristics, but men and women have physiological differences, and the studies have found that women's risk of encountering airbags is 2 or 3 times that of men. In addition, voice recognition technology has a 20 to 30% higher error rate in recognizing women's voices than the men's. So I think technological innovation drives changes in gender equality, but it still have combined with social, cultural, politics that can really break it. That's my response. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Your answer is good. Next question. Why do women have fewer opportunities for promotion to managerial positions compared to men, even when they have similar qualifications and experience? What do you think of this question, Shi Xinyue?
Thanks for your question. The reason women have fewer opportunities to promotion to managerial positions is primarily due to structural barriers and gender bias. According to the Women in the Workplace 2024 report, for every 100 men promoted to managerial roles, only 81 women receive the same opportunity. This gap directly limits women's representation in senior management, hindering their ability to make a greater impact within organizations. Moreover, gender stereotypes in the workplace put women at a disadvantage during the promotion process. Many companies may mistakenly assume that women cannot balance high-pressure jobs after taking on family responsibilities, but these assumptions are unfounded. To address this, organizations needed to implement transparent promotion mechanisms and develop more females leaders through training programs to reduce gender disparities in career advancement. That's my opinion. Thank you.
Thanks for your reply. Appreciate your answer. Next question is, in what specific ways can gender sensitivity training for teachers, as shown in the Frontiers in Education study in 2022, help in challenging gender stereotypes in the classroom? What do you think about this question, Tian Yixuanmi?
Okay, let me answer. The gender sensitivity training equips teachers with the knowledge and skills to recognize and address gender stereotypes in their teaching. For example, teachers can be trained to avoid using gendered language that reinforce traditional gender roles. They can also select teaching materials that depict both genders in a wide range of roles and occupations, rather than just adhering to stereotypes. Moreover, during classroom discussions, trained teachers can encourage all students, regardless of gender, to participate equally and call out any comments or behaviors that are based on gender stereotypes. That's my idea. Thank you.
Thanks for your answer. Next response. The final question is, you think that both men and women should make joint efforts in achieving gender equality. However, do you think they should each contribute an equal amount of effort, or should one particular group put in more? And why? What do you think about this question, Ma Zunxin?
Very well. This is a good and controversial question. As far as I know, when facing this issue, women should put in more effort, and this is indeed the case in reality. I have two reasons for this. First, as I mentioned in my previous oral report, the cognitive gap between men and women regarding the extent of gender inequality is as high as twofold. This shows that it is difficult for men to truly understand and feel the existing problems. Women, as the actual victim, have a clear understanding. Therefore, women should be the first to step forward, propose the most effective solution, and unity all force to overcome difficulties. Second, men have long been the benefit areas of power and find it difficult to give up their power. Moreover, women possess greater strength to address this issue. In Afghanistan, women are not allowed to go to school, go out, or speak in public place. In their culture, men have far more rights. It is extremely difficult to make them give up this right. However, despite such oppression, Afghan women are also silently fighting back. 3 Afghan women formed a band called the Burqa Band. They have been wanted to by the state for 20 years, but still persist in their dreams and strive to break free from the constraints. Women in other countries are also speaking out for Afghan women through the internet, book, and another means. What we see is the unity of women around the world. Subsequently, more men have been inspired and joined the case, working hard for their mothers, sisters, and daughters. So I believe that women should be the main force in solving this problem, but men also are essential part of the effort. That's my answer.
Thank you for your reply. That's a wonderful answer. Now let's go to next part. In conclusion, gender equality is a lasting theme of mankind's pursuit of equality and justice, a scale for measuring social progress and an important goal in realizing sustainable development in our world, which can be influenced by so many factors, such as history, mental health, education, and legal, and so on. However, historical change, workplace, education, and differences in male and female perspectives is the four important factors to influence gender equality. Gender equality is a true and beneficial thing. It is also the necessary thing for human living, which is benefit for economic development. Thanks for your listening.